Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm here with Cosmopolitan Magazine and we're diving into a topic that's sure to spark some debate. We're talking about the most disliked cities in America. Now, before you grab your pitchforks, remember, this is all based on a recent poll of 4,000 people across the country. We're not here to throw shade, but rather to understand the why behind these opinions. We're talking crime rates, cost of living, even the weather. Because hey, who hasn't complained about the weather in their city at some point? So buckle up because we're about to take a cross-country trip through the good, the bad, and the just plain surprising. Let's get started. All right, kicking off our list at number 10 is Trenton, New Jersey. The main culprit? Crime. We're talking violent crime rates, a whopping 187% above the national average. But it's not just crime that's giving Trenton a bad rap. Residents have also pointed to some serious infrastructure issues. Imagine this. You're driving through town, your GPS starts freaking out, and you're stuck at a traffic light that seems to have a mind of its own. And if you thought you could escape the chaos by taking a stroll outside, think again. Trenton's weather is known for its extremes. It's a shame, really, because Trenton has a lot of potential. But for now, it seems like Trenton's got some work to do to shake off its less than favorable reputation. Coming in at number 9 is, wait for it, New York City. Yeah, you heard that right, the Big Apple itself. So, what's got people down on NYC? Well, for starters, the crowds. Millions of tourists flock to the city every year, and while that's great for the economy, it can make daily life for residents feel like a never-ending rush hour. And then there's the cost of living. Rent in New York is notoriously sky-high, and even basic necessities like groceries and transportation can put a serious dent in your wallet. Despite efforts to clean things up, NYC still has a reputation for being dirty, and raising a family here can feel like an uphill battle. It takes a certain kind of person to thrive in the Big Apple's fast-paced, high-pressure environment. At number 8, we find ourselves in the heartland of America in St. Louis, Missouri. One of the biggest concerns for residents and visitors alike is crime. St. Louis has struggled with high crime rates for years. Then there's the weather. St. Louis is known for its extreme temperatures with scorching hot summers and bitterly cold winters. And as if crime and weather weren't enough, St. Louis is also facing challenges with urban decay. Look, St. Louis has a lot to offer. It's got a vibrant arts and culture scene, delicious food, and a passionate sports fan base. But until it addresses its deep-rooted problems, it's likely to remain on lists like these. Coming in at number 7 is the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. Vegas is known for its dazzling lights, non-stop parties, and the chance to win big. But for some, the city's over-the-top atmosphere is unappealing. Imagine stepping off the plane and being hit with a wall of noise. Slot machines, music, people shouting. The sensory overload can be overwhelming, especially if you're not there to gamble. And let's talk about the crowds. Las Vegas is a tourist magnet, and the sheer number of people can be suffocating. And oh yeah, the heat. Las Vegas is in the Mojave Desert, meaning scorching temperatures. Las Vegas is a place to let loose and have fun, but for some it's just too much. Holding steady at number 6 is the Windy City itself, Chicago, Illinois. Now, Chicago is known for its stunning architecture, delicious deep dish pizza, and vibrant cultural scene. But despite its many charms, certain aspects of the city leave some folks feeling less than enthusiastic. One of the biggest concerns for both residents and visitors is safety. Chicago has unfortunately made headlines for its crime rates, particularly in certain neighborhoods. And while the city has made strides in improving safety, the perception of danger lingers, casting a shadow over its otherwise stellar reputation. Now, let's talk about the food. Chicago is famous for its deep dish pizza, a culinary icon that draws visitors from far and wide. But here's the thing, not everyone's a fan. Some find it too heavy, too cheesy, too much of a good thing. Despite its reputation for crime, Chicago actually ranks 26th nationally for murders per capita. So, is Chicago a city of contrast? Absolutely. Coming in at number 5 is the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Now, Philly is a city steeped in history with cobblestone streets, iconic landmarks, and a certain gritty charm. But it's also a city that elicits strong reactions. And for some, those reactions are less than favorable. One of the things that Philly is known for is its passionate sports fans. And when I say passionate, I mean really passionate, like paint your face, scream your lungs out passionate. And while that kind of enthusiasm can be contagious, it can also be a bit much for some, especially if you're not used to it. Then there's the issue of crime and poverty. Philadelphia, like many major cities, struggles with these issues, and they unfortunately overshadow the city's many positive attributes. But perhaps the biggest reason why Philly lands on our list is the perception of its residents. Coming in at number 4 is Newark, New Jersey. Now, Newark is often overshadowed by its more glamorous neighbor, New York City. But despite living in the shadow of the Big Apple, Newark has its own unique character and charm. However, it also faces its share of challenges which have unfortunately landed it on our list. One of the biggest hurdles Newark faces is its reputation. It's often perceived as being unsafe and undesirable, a stereotype that's hard to shake. And while Newark has made significant strides in recent years, those negative perceptions persist, making it difficult for the city to attract new residents and businesses. Another challenge for Newark is its cultural identity. It's a city with a rich and diverse history, but it's also a city that's trying to find its footing in the 21st century. Cruising in at number 3 is the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Now, Louisiana is known for its sunshine, its beaches, and its star-studded sidewalks. But behind the glitz and glamour, there are some downsides that have left some folks feeling less than enchanted with La La Land. One of the biggest complaints about LA is the traffic. And I'm not talking about your average rush hour congestion. We're talking about epic, soul-crushing traffic jams that can turn a 30-minute drive into a 2-hour ordeal. And then, there's the issue of homelessness. LA has a very visible homeless population, and it's a complex problem with no easy solutions. But it's definitely something that weighs on the minds of both residents and visitors. And let's not forget about the urban sprawl. Sizzling in at number 2 is the Magic City, Miami, Florida. Now Miami is known for its beaches, its nightlife, and its Latin flair. But beneath the surface of this sun-drenched paradise, there are some drawbacks that have left some folks feeling less than impressed. One of the biggest gripes about Miami is the humidity. We're not talking about your average summer humidity. We're talking about the kind of thick, heavy humidity that makes you feel like you're swimming through the air. And then there's the traffic. Miami traffic is legendary, and it's not just limited to rush hour. Be prepared to sit in your car, baking in the humidity, for what feels like an eternity. And let's not forget about the cost of living. And finally, claiming the number 1 spot on our list is the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan. Now, Detroit is a city with a rich history and a fighting spirit, but it's also a city that's faced its share of challenges that have unfortunately earned it the top spot on our list. One of the biggest factors contributing to Detroit's negative perception is its long-standing economic struggles. The decline of the auto industry hit Detroit hard, leaving behind a trail of unemployment, poverty, and urban decay. And while Detroit has made strides in recent years to revitalize its economy and improve its image, those efforts are often overshadowed by the city's past. The perception of Detroit as a dangerous, crime-ridden city persists, making it difficult to attract new residents and businesses. Another challenge for Detroit is its shrinking population. As people left the city in search of better opportunities, they left behind a shrinking tax base and a struggling infrastructure. Well, there you have it, folks. Our countdown of the top 10 most disliked cities in the United States. Now remember, this list is based on a poll, and opinions are subjective. What might be a deal breaker for one person could be a charming quirk for another. The important thing is to keep an open mind, do your research, and form your own opinions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more content like this, and let us know in the comments which cities you think should have made the cut. Until next time, stay curious.